Alright guys, doing the spark plugs and wires on this vehicle is not that bad at all. You just want to just pay attention and mark all your wires because you don't want to get them crossed or this thing will have a serious misfire. So the first thing we're going to do is let's go get us a marker. Alright, the first thing you want to know is you got to know the firing order of your vehicle. Now, the firing order of this vehicle, well, cylinder identification is over on this side, on the right side, starting from the front, it's 1, 2, 3, and then 4, 5, 6. So we're going to mark those wires exactly like that. Now, to disconnect these wires, what you got to do is I'm going to show you, you can see 3 of them over here. 1, 2, and 3. You get you a nice marker. I think this thing can open. Alright, now what you want to do is go down there and you want to twist that wire back and forth to break the seal off of the spark plug. And once you do that, pull it right out. Now that was the first cylinder. So, let's see if Civi's paying attention.
Really?
So what cylinder is this?
4.
Number 4. Yeah, buddy. Sylvia got it, man. So on here, I'm going to mark a number 4. Yeah, buddy. Alright, then let's do one more together, guys. And as you can see, it's pretty open over here. The right side, we're going to go over there and look at that because it's the same thing, but then you can so you can know how to disconnect it. Let's go down here. Now I'm doing it this way. It's kind of difficult because I'm trying to give you guys a good camera angle.
So you just said half a set in this right side, but this is actually the left side.
Yeah, this is when I show them the right side. Don't worry about it. Okay, let's bring it back and forth and pull that off. Mark this. Number 5. Now, since we did that, let's put that there. Then we gotta do number 6. Now come on, I want you to walk over this side and I'm gonna show you. Another thing, guys, I should have told you. As you can see, I got my negative terminal disconnected. You definitely want to have that disconnected and put that to the side because you're gonna start working with your alternator, the main wire around here. And sometimes it's got this protective boot on it. And sometimes, see the boot right there? Sometimes this boot dry rots and go away and you can't, it's not there no more. So when you put in your socket down there, or wrench or ratchet, it'll touch up against it and cause a short. Now over here, you can see your 3 spark plug wires. There's 1.
Hold on. Okay.
Go back, there's 2. And then further back, there's number 3. And then you got your crossover EGR exhaust tube here. So this is a metal pipe. Even though it's got the covering on it, it's a metal pipe, so you can't move it. Now, so this one, you're just going to same thing. Reach down there, go back and forth, and pull it right off. Now this one, dang it. This one I just took off was the first one. So what number is that, Sivi?
1.
Number 1. So I got to make sure I mark that number 1. Now also, guys, see, it's easier this way. But sometimes you don't want to reach all over into the engine. Let me. You can come over here to the sides, and this is. I don't know if you want to do this or not, but you can jack the vehicle up, take the tire off, and you can actually get to all 3 of them through there.
What?
So, yeah, or you can turn the wheel all the way to on this side, all the way to the left. So now you know how to get those wires off. Let's get those wires off and mark them. Alright, to remove our spark plugs, the spark plugs, you're going to need a 5/8 spark plug socket or a 5/8 deep socket or 16mm. I got my spark plug socket and I got this. I don't know, I know a lot of you guys won't even have. This is a double swivel 5/8 spark plug socket. I love this thing. Alright, and you're going to need you a 3/8 drive ratchet. Now, what I like to do, I like to use something that's going to be, I can use for all cylinders. And I come up with this as the best because, and I like to use my cordless gun because this gives me just enough room to get down there. So, let's go down here. This is Civi. Alright. And I'm going to start from the last one. Bring this, let me just bring this, where is it? There it is right there. Alright, I'm going to get out the way in a minute. Okay. You can see my socket down here? Mm-hmm. Alright, see, I like that because it's perfect. And what I'm doing is use my cordless, my battery operated ratchet. And just go down there. And I can use this for all cylinders. Okay, we got one out of there. Or I can use my 4-inch extension with my 5/8 spark plug socket. I don't like this one because you really can't get like angles at it. It's gotta be, you gotta make sure it's straight on. See, so this one don't work too well. Unless you use a 1-inch extension, and then it'll probably be better. But the swivel, or better yet, use your 5/8. Son of a biscuit. Use your 5/8 spark plug socket and a 3/8 swivel extension. And that'll be even better. Alright, so we got number 2 out. At least I thought we did. Man, these things are worn. I'm gonna show you new ones and what I mean by worn. And guys, all of them gonna be the exact same way. You can use the same setup. Now, using a hand ratchet might be a little bit more difficult because you got to reach down there and try to break it loose, but it's definitely going to be the same thing. All right, so let's get all of them out, and we'll be right back. Okay, we got all the plugs out. Now, guys, the next step I'm going to show you is very important about installing spark plugs, and some very important information about the NGK plugs. Alright, so let's go over there and get our new plugs. Alright, now to install your spark plugs, you're going to need about a 4-inch 3/8 hose, because that's going to help with installation. Now here's our old plugs. Let me show you one of our new ones. Let me get this one right here. Now if you look at the gap from the electrode, from the distance from there to there, can you see that good? Mm-hmm. It's a lot wider than the new one from there to there. This one is supposed to be about this distance. Now, how is this going to mess you up if you leave these plugs in there? Now, when your cylinder comes up, ask somebody to explain this to you. I ain't gonna go through all this. But when your cylinder comes up on its compression stroke, as soon as that piston comes up and squeezes the gas and the air together, at that right moment, that spark is supposed to go psh, and it cause the explosion. If that spark is there from there, Emmett, come on. If that spark is too wide, it will cause a misfire in the engine. It will not spark like it's supposed to. And the spark might be weaker because the further distance, the weaker the spark gets. So you definitely want to make sure you always keep changing plugs. Stay away from copper plugs. Copper plugs are the old style. Go with platinum. The tippers will last a lot longer. Next thing, NGK will tell you, do not use any kind of anti-seize or anything on their spark plugs. Because of the way the spark plugs is, it will not corrode and get stuck inside the engine. That is bull. I've had NGK plugs stuck inside the engine. So, and this kind of style. So that is bull. The one thing NGK doesn't say is that they will pay for any kind of repairs if that happens. They do not say that. So I don't care what. You get you some anti-seize, and we're going to put on these plugs. Now what you're going to do is we're going to prepare all our spark plugs. Get 2 of them right here. Set them down. You can get a piece of paper towel or something. so you don't mess up your table. Put them down. Now, these spark plugs come pre-gapped. But sometimes, like I like about these, is that they got this protector right there. So if the spark plug hits, and it looks like this piece of plastic hit too, it won't close that gap up, because if that gap closes up, you're going to have yourself a misfire. So what you want to do, take you some a little bit of anti-seize, and that's all you want to do is just put a little bit on the threads, especially if you live in a rust infested area, because they will seize up on you in a heartbeat. So you want to take all your spark plugs and give them a nice coating. Do not put any anti-seize up on the tip, or it's going to be a misfire. Alright, so let's get all of them done, and then I'm going to show you how to install it with this hose. Alright guys, now it's time for your 4-inch hose, 3/8 hose. This is very important, guys. You want to take your hose, take your spark plug, stick it into the hose, just a little bit, just to keep it in there like that. And you want to start threading the spark plug into this engine by hand. You don't want to use tool, because you don't want to get cross-threaded, because if you cross-thread it, you are in a world of trouble.
And you don't want to just drop the spark plug.
Right, and you don't want to just drop it down in there. So we're going to reach down. We're going to start from the one way in the... Can you see my hand? Mm-hmm. Alright, so we know it's back here somewhere.
Somewhere?
Yeah, you gotta... It's pretty much, you gotta feel for where it's at. There it is, right there. You want to turn it about 2 turns, maybe even more. If you turn it just a little bit and it's stuck, then you're going wrong. You're going cross-threaded. Once you get it in there, pull the hose right off. That one is set. Let's get one more. Okay, we got one more here. Let's stick it onto the hose. Reach down. This one should be right around here somewhere. Guys, I'm used to doing this, so that's why I know pretty much what I'm feeling for. But if you don't, use a mirror or something, or try to get used to it, because you'll be down there forever trying to put it on a spark plug. Alright, turn it a couple threads, make sure it's in, pull the hose off. You're going to use this same hose with all spark plugs. Alright, so let's get all of them in like that, and then we're going to get ready to tighten them up. Alright guys, now we're ready to tighten up our spark plugs. Okay, this is going to be very important, guys, because if you're, whatever socket you're using, if you don't brace the end of it, you will break the spark plug right off. What I mean by that is, okay, here's your spark plug. You're going to have it in there and get ready to tighten it up. If you don't, let's get my hand right here. Okay. If you don't reach down there and just try to hold this section right here steady while you're tightening up, if you're just going to use this hand right here, there is a good chance you're going to go sideways and break that porcelain right in half. So, what I'm going to do here, I'm going to use my 4-inch extension. Now this is I guess this is one of the advantages of doing it down there by the tires, because you just use a long extension. You can do that. So let's go over here and make sure it's in the on position. Bring it down here, and let's get onto our spark plug wherever it's at. Okay, now I'm using one hand right now. Now, if you trust your spark plug socket, by all means, go right ahead and do that. But what I like to do is this light might not. Is the light in your way? Okay. Okay, reach down there and just keep my fingers right on, just holding. I'm putting pressure because I'm going to be picking upward like this. So I just need my finger just to hold down on that ratchet while I tighten that up. Perfect. Let's go over. And now see, this is why I'm using this because a lot of you guys don't have that double swivel socket. So, but see now when you get to another one, you might have to, hopefully you can, yeah, see that kind of like in the way now. I guess you can go right here, like that. But, you know, don't you hate when the light just never stays where you want it to stay? You know, I'm gonna throw this thing somewhere far. Alright, now with this one I'm going to use my right hand to brace it and my left hand to tighten it up. Now I'm just going till it stops and a little bit more. I think the torque on these is maybe 30, 35 pounds, if that. I think it may be even less than that. But check this out now. We come across vehicles where the spark plugs was loose from the dealer. So I honestly, in my honest opinion, the torque for these are too low. Because it just wobbles them, just vibrates those spark plugs right loose. Alright, so let's get all of them done. Let's go on to my last one. Oh, another little tip, guys, is we're on the driver's side. The spark plugs, as you can see the extension, it's like facing towards the back of the vehicle. You see the angle that it's at? Mm-hmm. The one on the passenger side, they're going to be facing upward. So just pay it. Use that as a little tip for guiding, is putting these spark plugs back in. All right, so let's get all of them tightened up, and then we're going to move on to the wires. All right, we're ready now to install our wires. Now, in your wires, this is the stupidest thing, man. Every single pack of wires, they give you this little bitty pack of dielectric grease. I mean, they don't even fill the tube up. It's so stupid. I mean, this stuff is good for keeping out moisture inside there. It helps to make a good contact. Because if moisture gets in there, the wires start corroding. They put a little thing here to... Man, this is some bull, man. Yeah. So what you gotta do is be very frugal with it. And I guess you just get your... This is stupid. Just get you a little dab and put it just like that. Much. Yeah, that's too much. That's stupid. Get you some grease. Because this is dumb. This is real dumb, man. Yeah, about that much. Let me stop. Just put some grease in there, man. This is... I mean, that's why this stuff never works, because of what they give to you. I mean, the stuff is cheap. And you know,
to the profit.
Yeah. And guys, see what I like to do.
One.
Oh, that's why there's a little bit left.
Yeah.
What I like to do, guys, that got good enough amount. No, a little more on that one. You know, I like to put some on the other side as well, but no, they don't. I guess they don't want that. Anyway. All right, so what we're gonna do is let's go up here to the wires. We're gonna grab one wire. We're gonna grab number 6, since that's the one. Start from the one way in the back. 4, 5. Where's number 6? There it is, right there. Number 6 is right here. So we're gonna squeeze the tabs together, and then you might have to use 2 hands to pick up on that wire. Now, in case you messed up, unless you get a car where all the spark plugs are gone, I'm going to show you something here. Now, cylinder identification for the coil. Now, remember, I told you in the beginning of the video, the cylinder identification is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. On the coil, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 5. Alright, so make sure it go like this one right here. Make sure this is going to cylinder number 6, the last one, just like we just took out. Alright, so what you want to do is take your wire, take your new ones, put them all together, go down, where is it at? Here it is right there. So, I mean, you're not going to get a perfect, but I go with this one right here. That might be too. That might. I don't know. I think somebody put these wires on all wrong way. So we got number 6. Let's go over here. Throw that down. Now, guys, you see? Can you see on the intake right there?
Yeah.
Those are burn marks. The wires were actually burning, arcing through. So instead of the spark going all the way down to the spark plug, partial of that spark was hitting sparking out right up against the intake, and that was causing a misfire. So once we do this, you want to make sure you put something to keep the wires away from there, either a piece of rubber or something to keep it away from that intake. So what we're going to do here, let's bring this wire all the way down. Oh, wait a minute, where's the light at? So you can see down there. Okay, where is it? There it is right there. Let's grab our wire, bring it down, find the spark plug. You can see? And push it on until you hear it. You'll hear it snap into place. There it is. It's perfect, and it's coming up. See, this is like really long. Unless the original wires ran a certain kind of way, that is really, really long. I mean, that's long.
Maybe it's supposed to have one of those
Wire looms.
Yeah.
But maybe they was
Somewhere.
going. Yeah, maybe they was
know where.
going towards the back of the engine, and maybe that's it. Maybe they was going to the back of the engine and circling around. Maybe just going out like that. I don't know. Let's put this on. So we're gonna put this onto the coil and push down. Okay, till the tabs lock into place. Maybe that. I'm not really liking this, and I wish I knew how these wires went. But oh, look at this. Look at this. See, this is what I mean. Look over here, guys. See the wires. See how the wires are going in right there, and you can see how it burn marks. See, there's something just ain't right with this. I'm not liking this, and I'm not sure how these wires are originally supposed to go. Maybe they're supposed to go to the front and loom down, but you definitely want to make sure they. Matter of fact, maybe so, because I'm not happy with that. Let's go back on this side. Let's see. No, they wouldn't go to the front. They may come around here and go around. Maybe they went this way and came around. I don't know. But let's do one more together. And what we're gonna do, we're gonna do a little research online or something, see if we can see a picture of how they got it loomed, because this is definitely not the way it's supposed to be. So let's do number 5, similar to number 5 now. So that's, was this one?
You were on the right one.
Yeah, number 5. No, this one 4, 6, and 5. So let's get this one. Put that up. Yeah, look how short this is. I don't know. You know, guys, we're gonna do. Let's go. We're gonna look up some pictures and see, because I'm not happy with this. All right, we'll be right back. All right, guys, what I did, I took that wire out, and I took out the number 5 also. We know where they go. This is what we're gonna do, because online wasn't really much of a help, except for that side. It did show the wires going out towards there. This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna take out 6 wires. We're gonna take the 3 shortest ones. 1, 2, and 3. Yeah, this one right here. We're going to take the 3 shortest ones, and we're going to put them right over here. Now, how we're going to run these wires? If we run them out towards over here, like the intake, like they do, we would have to assume. Don't do this unless you're absolutely sure, like what I'm doing right here. Okay. This is going to cylinder number 4. This is going to the first cylinder. So that should be the longest one, since it's got to go down, around, and across. So that's going to be the longest one. Let's go here.
As long as of the 3 shortest?
Right, longest of the 3 shortest. So we got this one right here. Hook this on. Click it down till it snaps into place. Bring that around. See, even still, well, actually, that's not even too bad at all. All right, then we gotta go down there and find that spark plug. See, even that one, okay, that one's right there, and it looks like I'm gonna have to go on the opposite side, on the inside. Right, let me get the light. We're gonna go on the inside of the dipstick tube. And let me make sure. Well, actually, we might can go. Let me see if we can go in it. No, I don't know like it going in the outside. Let's try that. Alright. Push that on. Alright. Now let me look at this and see. See, I don't want it. See, right now how it's leaning up against that dipstick tube. I'm not sure if I'm liking that too much. So, let's try on the opposite side of it. No, that's even worse. Let's go on the inside. Guys, it is so important to make sure these wires are not leaning up against anything. Alright, now, it's leaning up against it a little bit. I'm going to take my dipstick tube and bend it out the way a little bit. That's perfect. So now, this ain't too bad. I think I'm going to lean it out like that. See, that is no good. This is a real stupid design. This is no good right here. This leaning up against here is no good. So we're going to put something there to stop that. The next one is what, cylinder number 6. But we're going to go with the longest one out of the 2, which is this one. That's number 5. And that's going to go to the first one. Okay. Bring it around the same way. Bring it down. Find number 5. Right there. Dang, where is it? Okay, here it is. Okay. Man, I really ain't liking this all too mellow. We're gonna do something. Alright, let's get our last one in, and then we're gonna go over there and change the other ones, and then we're gonna get something to keep these wires, or even if you have a hose or something, we're gonna keep these wires off of there. So let's get all the wires changed first, and then we're gonna put them into place. Alright guys, we got our wires on. Now what I'm gonna need you guys to do is go to Amazon, get you some ignition wire separators. It's gonna be little loops that you're gonna snap into place. You definitely need that. You definitely don't want this hitting up against intake, and you don't want to use a hose and put all of them together, because eventually they'll rub from the vibration of the engine. They'll rub together and it'll cause you a misfire. So what you want to do is get your looms and forget your separators, and the 3 shortest wires in your set will go over to this side. And right here, as you can see, I'm not even touching the intake yet, but you want to get that separator and put it right there, and keep that off to the side. And it's stupid, because if you use a longer wire over here, if you look right down into here, look how close this right here is our steering shaft. Look how close that wire is to that steering shaft. So you definitely need that wire loom to bring it out of the way. And make sure your wires, make sure your wires are going towards the angle, towards the back. So then you got enough room to mess around and bring them up, and that would be perfect. On the other side, this is what I want you guys. I'm not even sure if the original ones was like this, but this is a perfect. I like this idea, because before they was going down there. What I want you to do, again, have the wires going towards the back, circle around. So as you can see, they're gonna go towards the back. Put you one of them separators right about there. They're gonna come to the front. Then put another one right about here. And once you do that, you're gonna have the perfect length for these wires, because you don't want them. You don't want them touching this EGR tube, or it'll burn right through it. This protector is almost gone, so definitely I think that is the way is to go. We don't even have no separators, but I am definitely going to get some. And that is perfect, guys, because if you look right where my finger is, can you see on the hose?
Yeah.
You can see where it was actually burning through there. Through the holes, no less. It was rubbing through there. That's where the wires are going. So I wanted to avoid that altogether. So having it like that, one right here. And you can put as many as you want. I'm going to put one right here, one up here, and one back there to keep that all separated. Alright, let me, well, these are out of the way. So let's get the key and start it up. Alright guys, let's start this up. Oh man, this is gonna suck. Alright guys, we definitely got more issues. If you want to find out, let me shut this off. Okay, this video is part of us diagnosing a running rough on this car. And this video is showing how to replace the spark plugs and wires. We did that, everything came out good, so hopefully that video will help you out. But to find out what's going on with this vehicle, we got to go further diagnosing, and be sure to follow the other video of this 98 F150 4.2 runs rough, where we're going to further diagnose it and see what the heck is going on.